3 months ago, I was screaming at my reflection in a bathroom mirror. My business was collapsing, my relationship had just ended, and worst of all, my mind was at war with itself. But then I remembered something Marcus Aurelius wrote nearly 2,000 years ago. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, and in that moment, everything shifted. I wasn't losing the wrong battle, I'd been fighting the wrong one. What I discovered wasn't just another mindset trick, it was an ancient technique powerful enough to rewire how your brain handles chaos, heartbreak, and stress. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how this single practice saved my life and how it might just save yours. I used to believe that feeling everything deeply made me alive. When someone criticized me, I obsessed for days. When plans changed, I unraveled. When love ended, I replayed every moment like I could rewrite the past. I told myself I was passionate, that I cared, but the truth, I was a prisoner of my own emotional reactions. A bad message ruined my morning, a delay destroyed my whole day. My peace belonged to everything and everyone else. The Stoics had a name for this: suffering unnecessarily. They believed pain is part of life, but suffering, that's self created. It comes from believing that every emotion is truth and every reaction is justified. But when you begin to see clearly what's yours to control, you stop living at the mercy of the world and you start claiming your inner freedom. Here's the terrifying part: every emotional overreaction literally wires your brain to expect disaster. Each time you spiral over what you can't control, you strengthen the neural pathways for anxiety, fear, and helplessness. You're unknowingly training your brain to suffer better, and modern life, it rewards that exact dysfunction. Social media wants you outraged because it keeps you scrolling. The news profits from your fear because panic gets clicks. We've built a world that tells us if you're not anxious, you're not paying attention. But this is killing us. Studies show that most people spend 70% of their mental energy on things they can't change. Think about that. We worry about other people's opinions, future outcomes, past mistakes, global chaos, but we rarely ask, is this even mine to control? The Stoics did, and their answer changed everything. Epictetus was born a slave in ancient Rome. His body wasn't his time wasn't his. He was physically disabled, possibly from abuse, by every measure. He should have been broken. But instead, he became one of the most powerful minds in history. How? He mastered the one thing no one could take from him: his response. No one can hurt you without your permission. Imagine a man in chains saying that this wasn't ignorance, it wasn't denial, it was radical clarity. When Epictetus was freed, he didn't seek revenge, he became a teacher. His greatest student? Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome. From slave to emperor, the same practice shaped both their lives, and it all came down to a single question: is this within my control? If no, accept it completely. If yes, take focused action. Simple, but life altering. Here's the practice that changed everything for me: the circle of control. Every morning, I write down everything that's bothering me. Then I draw 3 circles: inner circle, what I control fully, my actions, thoughts, energy, choices; middle circle, what I can influence, relationships, reputation, health; outer circle, what I can't control, opinions, outcomes, the past, the future. And here's what shocked me: 85% of my energy was going to the outer circle, two things that were never mine to carry. No wonder I felt powerless. But when I began shifting my focus inward toward what I could control, my anxiety didn't just reduce, it turned into clarity. I stopped worrying about being liked and focused on being prepared. I stopped fearing rejection and doubled my effort. I stopped trying to control people and started mastering myself. This isn't passivity, it's strategic power. 6 months into this practice, I barely recognized myself, not because I became numb, but because I became free. I still feel everything: love, fear, joy, loss. But those feelings no longer own me. They pass through like weather. I don't chase storms anymore. My relationships healed because I stopped trying to control others. My work improved because I focused on the process, not the prize. I sleep deeper, think clearer, react less, choose more. Here's the truth most people never realize: there are 2 versions of you: the reactive self, ruled by triggers, ego, and fear, and the choosing self, grounded, focused, and unshakable. Most people never meet the second version because they never practice stillness long enough to find it. But you can, and the moment you do, you'll feel it. Your future self has been waiting for you. But if I stop worrying, doesn't that mean I don't care? I ask myself that too. Here's what I learned. Worry isn't love, it's fear wearing a mask. Marcus Aurelius loved his children, but he didn't torment himself about their futures. He prepared them and trusted life. But if I let go, won't I become passive? No, you'll become focused. When you stop bleeding energy into the uncontrollable, your impact multiplies. But isn't this spiritual bypassing? Not even close. You can grieve while accepting the loss. You can fight while keeping your peace. You can care without collapsing. The resistance we feel. It's our addiction to control. We'd rather suffer in illusion than surrender to truth. But when you let go of that illusion, you discover your real power, the power to choose your response no matter what. That's what the Stoics called true freedom. Right now, you're standing at a fork in the road. You can keep living as a prisoner of reactions, giving your peace to people, events, and fears that don't deserve it. Or you can make a different choice. Take 5 minutes. Write down what's draining you. Draw the 3 circles and ask, am I placing my energy where it actually matters? Because the ancient world and our world share the same storm, change, chaos, loss, uncertainty. But the Stoics left us a map not to control the world, but to command ourselves. That map is yours now. And your future self, the emotionally grounded, mentally unshakable, deeply peaceful version of you is already watching, waiting to be chosen. The only question is, will you answer?